So nothing personal, it's just business.
Yes, business. Yeah.
Even though the war in Ukraine goes on and goes on, and the threat to European countries much more obvious than it was 2 years ago. So the reason for the social media, it's understandable from your speech and your disclosure, okay? The reason for this Russian propaganda that uses social media, what's the point? What they want? They want to affect somehow the political system in Europe, or just want to affect the minds of ordinary people to love Russia, to ask their governments to cut off sanctions? Or what's the aim for this?
The first aim is to influence and help extreme far-right parties like AfD in Germany, to help them to gain consensus, like to gain more followers, and to help them for the next election. The next European election, they're going to be a disaster, probably for Ukraine and Europe, because Russia is injecting so much money in the local groups around Europe that when we talk about Russian propaganda, we have to keep in mind something. It's not anymore the troll factory of Prigozhin from St. Petersburg, but it's like different cells in different countries. They make just the Italian Russian embassy in Italy, they take $4 million from the cash point from the bank in the last year, cash. They was going to the bank every day in Rome, asking for $100,000 euros cash.
The embassy?
The Russian embassy.
So what they do with this money?
They give money to some politicians, they give money to little like groups, extreme right, neo-Nazis. They're using internet and social media really well, and we can name it. And even to some extreme left groups, that like Nazi Bolsh, is like people that there is the Communist Italian Party that is not the old Communist Party from the 70s, but they have the same logo, very similar logo, and they are pro-Russian. They are financed by the Russian. The money goes from the embassy to the Association of Culture and Friendship between Russia and Italy.
So called cultural expansion.
Yes, it's cultural, yeah. And in this way, they are able to finance, but with small sum, $5,000, $10,000. But at the end, a little groups of 10 good digital propagandists, they can run 1,000 account or 300 account. They can get like $50,000 or $100,000 in 1 year. That's why they have to get all that money out from the bank, the Russian embassy in Italy. It's not like like in the 70s with a little bag full of money with the KGB coming and paying the propagandist and the spy. No, they just get it straight from the bank. Very simple.
Let's look at the situation in Italy on the examples. Okay, let's say examples. The very huge example, I mean, loud example that's we're talking about on our television and with our foreign audience is the situation about the movie in Modena in Italy that was supposed to shown about Mariupol. It's called Prompt Recovery Process in Mariupol. And our Ukrainians that live in this city and governments, local governments, and as I understand, with your help, managed to cope this exhibition or whatever.
Yes,
how it come? How?
Yeah, what's happened? I think everybody helped. They helped. I called personally the mayor of my town that I live just 40 kilometers away from Modena. He wasn't aware who these people was of Vento dell'Est. They killed other people, terrorists. And these people now they're running Vento dell'Est. And they're connected, for example, with the foreign fighters. They are fighting like in Donbass. One of those is Andrea Palmieri, that you can show some of the picture.
And you have like, pictures.
Have like a Nazi symbol here, and you can see picture with a good-looking blonde girl. The good-looking blonde girl is called Irina Osipova, and she's Russian. Now she have Italian passport, and you can see her with a Rusich soldier, with people that after he went to the Wagner group. There's like a picture with Mikhailov Alexei, Petrovsky Yan, that he moved after to Wagner group. Then for us, I mean, these people are terrorists, they're war criminals. And Irina Osipova try. You can see picture of her in like military camps in Russia, making like following a workshop about like communication, political communication, the Russian political communication. And she went to the Italian state television, I think in the 2018, with a big love. You can see in
Yeah,
the video.
we will demonstrate it now for our audience.
She's talking like a propagandist. You can see that she learned what she's saying by heart. You know, it's not coming from her from her soul, but she really learned the lesson, what to tell to the Italian television. And it's total propaganda. The people is even clapping, you know. And this was before the war. And imagine when the war began, the Italian had they've been brainwashed exactly like the Russian population is. But after 20 years, they're teaching you something. In your brain, you can just remember that, you know. I mean, if they teach me that spaghetti is the best plate in the world, the first time I will try a ramen, I think, no, spaghetti is the best.